Morning, Pete, North Las Vegas. Still working on my 71. Yesterday I used this stuff here, and when it dries it's supposed to be a matte black. I put this stuff on really thick, super thick. So this is all nice and matte, and the rest of it's still got some shiny spots here and there, so it's probably going to need a few extra days to cure up. And so what I'm going to do today, my ball joint dust boots are supposed to be here tomorrow. So when they show up tomorrow, I can get this side done. Then I got to blow this side apart and replace all the, I've already talked about this in a couple of videos, but all the boots have dry rotted. So we'll get those replaced. And today I'm going to put my air conditioning plate in. And what I did was I drilled a few extra holes here, because when I mocked this up and dry fitted it, this panel here is not straight, so it doesn't quite, it wasn't sucking up to the air conditioning mounting plate, the vintage air. So I drilled 3 extra holes, and I'll put in some extra nuts and bolts. I'm also going to use fender washers down here just to spread the load and give it that steampunk look, because that's what I'm going for. I know a lot of you guys out there like to smooth all this out and make it a work of art. I'm not going that road. Anyway, after I get this plate installed, we'll do another video clip on it, and that's probably going to be it for today. I need to get back inside the car and do a few other things. Also, all my brackets have been powder coated. The inner fender wells have been powder coated. The radiator support or core, whatever you want to call it, that's been powder coated. So I got some brand new fenders and brand new valence repops. And so that'll be my next step, is to start to get the front clip installed and see how much trouble I'm going to get into getting all the door gaps and the hood and all that stuff. And then once I get all that settled in, we'll maybe get some tires mounted up on the rims and wheel this thing for paint somewhere. I think I'm just about to that point. Okay, so this is the original GM part, and it was pretty much rust free. I mean, it just had some very minor pitting right in there. A couple coats of paint covered it up. I mean, you can't even hardly see it. Anyway, this is the inside, so who cares? Anyway, that's the original. And here's the Camaro Boneyard back here. That's the original 10 bolt. And this is the big 10 bolt. It's not the small one. And it's only got like 72,000 original miles on it, but I ended up putting a 12 bolt. And here's the original lower valence. And the car had been hit, and there's a couple of wobbles in here. There's one here, another one over here somewhere. This got a little dinged and pushed in. Anyway, when I took this off the upper nose part, this thing sprung down, and it sprung down like a good inch. So all this in here is tweaked, but I mean, otherwise it's in really good shape. It's just got some very minor surface rust. So I bought a brand new valence for it, repop. And I was really kind of surprised the metal thickness difference. And here's the old fenders. And these actually aren't in too bad a shape. This one had been repaired. I said it probably looks worse than it is. This is just mostly surface rust. Could be cleaned up real easy. But they put a patch panel in down here, and they didn't bother to do anything with the reinforcement bar on the side. They just notched it out and left it that way. But anyway, this car gets done, it all gets put back together, and everything's lined up perfectly, and I don't have to reuse any of these old parts. I'll go find the nearest auction or flea market, automotive, whatever. Maybe see if anybody wants to buy some of this stuff. Here's my brand new fenders. Repops. Here's the new valence. So anyway, we're on a roll. Okay, it's in. I know some of you may not like this look. I ran some silicone behind here where you can't see it, and some of it squished out, and I wiped it out. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put some seam sealer all around here just for some extra insurance. I gotta wait for the rust encapsulator inside to dry. I've got a box of hush mat down there, and I'm gonna run this up inside the firewall also, but it's been sitting out here for so long, the glue failed. So what I'm gonna do is take some sandpaper and rough this up, and then glue it back together, because otherwise it's still in good shape. So we'll get all that done, and then I got an AMK body panel kit. It's got everything you could pretty much need in here. So what I'll do is when I get all the fenders and all the body panels, the front clip mocked up, I'll blow it apart, and then we'll get all this stuff painted and put it back together. So I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but once I get this suspension put back together, I think the front end clip should start going pretty quick. Anyway, I'll give you an upstairs tour, and you can see the inner fenders and what I got going on up there. You don't want to fall down here. I got my grandkids that show up, and they kind of scare me. They get up on this rail a little bit, and it's a long way down. Okay, so here's my these are original GM powder coated inner fender wells. Here's my vintage air. And this is the original GM core support, and it pretty much didn't hardly have a speck of rust on it anywhere. So I got this all powder coated. So yeah, like once I get that front end put back together, things should be picking up here. Anyway, Pete, North Las Vegas, over and out.